Okay, so this one is actually I did another intro video up at the top there, so I'm going to include it. But this is kind of interesting because I was up there walking around this whole fortress, and then I filmed walking around it. Then I came down and I realized it has the same name as the other one. Jesuit priest from Italy, brought the Bible, 1600s. This was built in the 1600s as well. And then behind me is Sao Paulo ruins, which is also here like around the same time period. Back when the Portuguese came, they built all this stuff, and it's still there. People are still coming to see it all the time. So anyways, what we're going to be doing this video is I'm going to show a little intro for this one up at the top, because I thought that was going to be the start of it. And then we're going to do a whole video just kind of walking around that fortress up there. Then we'll come back down and do the ending part over here. So, okay. At this fortress, and what we're going to be doing is going out and kind of highlighting a little bit of this, and I'll label it the street that's right out there with all the you'll see soon. This is up at the fortress of Monte right now. Chiquinha, Chiquinha. Go check out the room. Hey, after you watch this, tell me what you like most about it. Put it in the comments below. Also, make sure that you like, subscribe, and hit that little bell button so you can see when I make other videos too. Okay, so here we go. We're going to start here. And then we're going to be going down this way. It's kind of interesting right here because they have this, it's COVID era, so they say you can't sit in the middle there. So they want to keep people socially separated. Got some nice little places like that. Some nice old benches like that people probably used to sit on. And this is like a little museum part right here. And we're gonna head on out. And I'm not sure which way we're gonna go, left or right. But we could go that way, which is probably what we'll do. But we could go this way, which is the other way that we could go as well. We got that way, and we got that way. So I think what we'll probably do is walk down the other way. Let's see. There's a street sign down that way, so let's walk down that way. Got some pigeons out here. Get some little kids. The doll. I guess he was surprised that the pigeons flew. And you got some cannons up there too. So those cannons, because they were always protecting the city of Macau. And this is like a little park, de Fortaleza de Monte. So this is where we're at. And there's a nice space right out here. So we're gonna just walk it and see what it looks like. Yeah, it is a nice park. You got some nice green grass. It overlooks some of the city there. And up there you have some cannons. So those cannons were there from the Portuguese. I was just up there, I think a lot of them had like an 1860 mark, but I think they had cannons before then, I'm pretty sure. Because I think there was fighting against the Dutch and maybe even earlier than that. But basically Macau, Portuguese have been here since like 600 years, I believe. And they would kind of protect it from, oh, this is nice. I think that was the park part, but we're still kind of walking along it. And we'll just continue walking along it for a little while. But yeah, the Portuguese would protect it, protect like the city of Canton, which was the main city in South China. Now it's Guangzhou. And so they were allowed to set up camp here because they had pretty superior gunpowder and stuff like that. I was reading about it, and it sounds like the China was kind of a little bit at the mercy, but they were much bigger. So they were kind of like had a mutual relationship where they allowed the Portuguese to stay here because they were with friendly terms with them, and then in turn the Portuguese would protect the city of Canton at the base of this giant river, and then they would you know, fire cannons at anybody that was another European power that was maybe, you know, competing or a threat to both Portugal and to China. So anyways, that's what that whole wall is all about. So that's a fortress there, and up here we have I don't know if we're still at the park or not, but we're overlooking the Kyungwoo Hospital right there, and this is the northern part of Macau. We're still at the park. We're just gonna keep on strolling around it. Something a little bit different, because I don't think this is usually more tourists come up here, so if you live in Macau, you don't generally come up here very often unless you're trying to get a little exercise, then you might. But of course, if you're somebody that likes to film like me, oh man, those balconies are so beautiful. Like that balcony, they got like a little living room kind of look out there. Man, I'd love to have something like that. Oh yeah. So I don't know if we're still in the park part or not, but we are definitely in Fortaleza de Monte, so probably we'll label that accordingly as the park. And it looks kind of like a park all around it, so I guess that's probably what it is. So yeah, so this is a fortress. It overlooked, it was probably the biggest fortress. There was some other places too, that all the high ground areas. I think there's another one called Gia Hill, which I can't see. It's behind us now. But that one was the tallest mountain in Macau. And so that one had like the lighthouse to direct all the ships and things like that historically. But this one I think was more for protection, so they had all the cannons that surrounded pretty much on, I think they go around all the different sides. And there's cannons around Gia Hill as well, the other one. It's kind of interesting, you know, like they would put in a cannonball, shoot at a ship. If it sank, then would you try to kill all the people, I guess? Like hopefully they would drown. If they didn't, they would try to swim to shore, and then you'd try to capture them. And then what, you just kill them? I don't know, times are so different. It's hard to imagine exactly what that would have been like during those times. But anyways, this is the park around the fortress now. And I think we're gonna end up doing possibly 360. And up there is Grand Lisboa. Sign of the new times and the new Macau, right? But in the past, this fortress would have been all around us, and then if some ship did dock and they all did try to come in, I guess you could like fight pretty easily from up there. I don't see any cannons right there, but I see some other sticks. I guess maybe this spot there wasn't a need for cannons. Maybe on this side it wasn't. Oh, I see some cannons up there. I think we'll end up going around in a complete circle, and if we do, then maybe that's good for that continuity of it. I can hear somebody speaking loudly up there, but I can't see them. Okay, and then you got these little things there like that. So that's like a secret entrance in, I guess. And we've almost gone 360 around it, so we'll just continue all the way around, since I've been in this area from parts of it, but I haven't really done like a 360 around it. I will give you a little bit more background though. That right there is a Sao Paulo Church, so that's been there since 1500s. And this is, you can walk from here into that church right there. It's kind of hidden by the trees a little bit, but you can see the stairs that go down. And then over there, that big yellow one is Pont 16, and that's where all the ships used to come in from Hong Kong, and from usually Hong Kong, but they'd also go to Taipa and other locations too, but they would come in here, and then people would come off the ships, and then they'd go to this church here. And there's also this street called Rua de Felicidade, Street of Happiness. It had a lot of like gambling dens and opium dens and bars or saloons or whatever you'd call them for the sailors, and sing-song girls and all kinds of stuff. So historically that was there too, and then this would be where they'd be protected, and you'd have these cannons that would overlook everything. Then I guess technically they could probably, I don't know, they'd have to shoot a cannon over all that stuff. Don't know how it would work. But anyways, this is what it was all about. Okay. So we're gonna go up and do a full circle. And I think this is still the park, because I see a sign right here. And yeah, there it is right there. So you can go up these different routes now. Then we got a giant cannon right there too. That thing's huge. We got tons of them now. Okay, this also has another street name too. Caminho dos, the road of the artillery. So all these cannons are artillery. So I guess you'd have like a whole row of them all the way down. So I guess this is when they're probably, I guess maybe ships would have to come in around that way to come in anyway. So I guess this is like first view of them, and they would do their best from this spot. So anyways, this is kind of a park that goes all the way around. This is the artillery row. And we're gonna come by and film this little thing right over here too. So this little thing says Fortaleza de Monte. Okay, Chinese, Portuguese, and English. 1622, built by the Jesuits in the 1600s. And 1622, the Dutch tried to come in, and then later they built all these cannons and things like that. Okay, 32 cannons, and 2 corners of the southeast walls have watchtowers. All right. And that's where we started at, right there. So end it. I just came off this thing, but I guess this whole thing is part of the park. So I guess all this is too. Got this beautiful statue right here, and behind me is Sao Paulo ruins. So I'm just gonna add this because I didn't really see it. I didn't know that this was part of the same name. But this is like this guy brought the Bible. He translated the Bible into Chinese, so he's an Italian Jesuit. And I think this was actually built by the Jesuits in 1600s. This big fortress. And on this side is Sao Paulo ruins. So that's all right at the base of the park. So that was their focus today. Chiquinha, Chiquinha. Let's go check out the room. Oh, hey guys. 3 things: like, subscribe, make some comments below. It'll really help out my channel. All right. Chiquinha, Chiquinha.